There's this guy at work that everyone calls Aladdin. His real name is Matt Ryder. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. It's time for a straight razor shave today, and it's this beauty. So this is a you'll see the name in the title of the video. This is a French razor from Thiers, complicated name. So it's not Thierry Sard, I guess, or it's private labeled. So this is called the long name, the title. I picked this up on eBay for a bit of money, 80 euros. So what about $90? And it's from Thiers and it's pretty. Looks really pretty, I think. It was in great condition. I haven't cleaned it up or anything. I like the edge. It has this weird edge. Beautiful. The scales too. It's quite large. It's a bit over 6/8 of an inch. Has a barber's notch and I've honed it myself. God. So I've got a backup razor. No, I don't, but I'll find one if we need to. This razor edge could be anything from mediocre to absolutely horrific, because I'm not very good at honing. But we'll take it for a spin and we'll see. The soap today is another one from the grooming cult. This is Eternal Watch. Another cool label there, isn't it? And I have the matching aftershave splash. I'll use a synthetic brush from Frank Shaving, and off we go. Cheers, by the way. This is Buffalo Trace, some good stuff. Yeah, I bought American bourbon. I did. How are you? How have you been? Sunday today, and we had festivities on Friday. We celebrate midsummer, so it's basically the whatever it's called when the day is at its longest. It's not necessarily that day. It's always a Friday for obvious reasons, and it's around the 20th to the 24th, something like that. And midsummer in Sweden, as in Finland, even worse in Finland, Baltic states, Norway, not Denmark. Yeah, I think that's about it. So we celebrate midsummer, and traditionally it's all about eating pickled herring, which in Sweden we eat for every single special occasion. Christmas, Easter, midsummer, you name it. It's all the same damn pickled herring. So we eat that, we drink aquavit schnapps, and we dance around a cross decorated with flowers, and we get horribly drunk and we pass out. So that's the tradition. It's an old tradition. It's not a religious tradition. It's just a good one. And I did have the aquavit. I avoided a lot of the other stuff. So we had lunch with pickled herring, potatoes, and then you mix in a bit of other stuff as well. And it's herring, pickled herring au naturel, and mixed with all kinds of good stuff. I like when it's mixed with good stuff, because I'm not a huge fan of the natural flavored pickled herring. Wonder why. But it was good, a bit of aquavit, and then I dodged the dancing around the call it the maypole, although it's June, and went to the beach instead. It was a beautiful day. And then barbecue at our place. We had lunch at bicycle distance, which is good. Because you can move, you don't have to walk, but you also don't have to drive drunk, which you shouldn't, of course. And then, yeah, barbecue and cocktails. It's a good evening. Good Friday evening. So Saturday was mainly allocated to recuperation, so I did basically nothing much. It was good. And today's Sunday, a bit of golf and honing. So I was carving at this for the longest time. It had holes in it, so it was actually bigger before, but we'll see. Cuts tomatoes. Let's see if it cuts hair. Does cut hair. I've had more comfortable razors, but it does cut hair. Great soap as well, just dripping off the razor. Dripping. Oh, I did buy my first ever 100 pack of blades, and it was Astra Green, because I decided those are the ones for me. I love those blades. Oh God, I'm making such a mess. Not too bad, the edge, actually. The real test of any edge is when you go against the grain, which we shall do in a minute, and then it might be less fun, but so far so good. I take forever. I mean, I spend an enormous amount of time on razors that aren't geometrically, is that English? Perfect. So if I have a perfect razor, I can hone it. One where you just move back and forth. As soon as you have to pay attention and be a bit more creative, it's a bit too challenging for me. And the spine is, I think, playing tricks on me. Because it's got to be hard to keep it, to make a razor like that perfectly, with the correct angle. Yeah, hair's coming off. So all in all, a good weekend, beautiful weather. Love it when I can go to the beach. I mean, the water's cold, but you can still take a dip in it. And tomorrow, I'm off to Stockholm with my two children, and we'll be going to a music concert. So English indie giant Morrissey is playing in Stockholm, so we're going to watch that. Quite the trip. About a 5-hour drive. But it's great to, have a common interest with the kids. So they really enjoy Morrissey and his band from the 80s, the Smiths. Shout if you like Morrissey or the Smiths, or if you don't, even more fun. So we're driving up tomorrow, and we're going, 3 of us, with a friend of my daughter's, my best mate who lives in Stockholm, his son, and two other mates. So it should be good. Cocktails, dinner at some weird African restaurant. I don't know why he booked that. And then concert, and then probably a bit of partying. So looking forward to that. Nice to party with the kids. Gotta show who's boss. Okay, so against the growth. You know, this is actually quite good. I am positively surprised. Sharp enough. It's also quite smooth. And that surprises me, considering how much time I had to spend just to get a bevel that was even reasonably level. Yeah, perfect. Again, most of you, if not all of you, would have done a better job, but this is serviceable. You know, I could send this to someone else to shave with. When I hone, and I haven't honed in 6 months, I think, apart from kitchen knives. You know, I have no tricks. I have no strategy. But I am tenacious and quite stubborn, and that helps a bit. It helps a lot, actually. But I spent 2 hours on this. Of course, a good part of the time I spent just shortening the blade to get rid of the, not cracks, but sort of little holes in it, which I could have done on a diamond plate, but I didn't want to, because I wanted some level of control, so I put electric tape on it, and I honed it on 1000 grit stone. Took forever. Took the tape off, made a new bevel, and then the usual progression, which is I'm using every stone I have. So 1,000, is it 1,000? Probably 3,000. That's why it took so long. 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, and a natural stone. I forget the name. I got it from Matti Lindholm. You know what? I'm not embarrassed about this edge. I'm actually quite pleased. Of course, it's unsustainable to spend 2 hours on the razor, but you know, the first hour was just getting the first hour and a half was just getting the geometry right, and then last half hour was trying to get it sharp. But I didn't ruin the spine too much. So it's probably a good idea to put tape on it that I had to replace 3 times, I think, because I wore through it. That was probably good not to mess the edge up too much. Okay, let's see how we did. You know what? We did it pretty well. Bit of work here. And I'm gonna do a touch-up, which I never do, or very rarely do, at least with a straight. You shouldn't have to, but I think I went a bit too quickly on some of these areas. Yeah, and just a little bit other direction. Really smooth edge. It could be sharper, but it certainly is sharp enough and very smooth. Okay, let's rinse. Quite lovely. I'm happy, very happy actually. When you have, whatever I had, 6 days growth, it does feel smoother immediately compared to just having 1 or 2 days. So it's a bit of a cheat code, but still the result is good. Aftershave from Gris. No burn to speak of. Very happy. Very happy. So it was the razor with a French name, and honed it myself. Very good. It's Sunday evening, it's Monday tomorrow. I have the day off because I'm going to a concert, although I will be driving for a big part of the day. But you have yourselves a nice Monday. Enjoy it. At least try to enjoy it. If you try to enjoy it, it becomes a bit less shit than it would otherwise. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp.